And now, the trash talk is over. The interviews are over. It's time to step into the ring. Coming to the ring first, Tommy TNT Fury.
Well, Tommy Fury is ready for the biggest night of his boxing life, a night where he takes centre stage against a man he has no respect for, but a man he simply can't afford to lose to. The world is watching this fight. It's time to back up all of the talk.
I was beating better people than you when I was 14 in the amateurs. I ain't an MMA guy. I was stupid. I was beating people better than you when I was 14. What are you investing about on Disney Channel? Some Paul Box, yeah? When I eat English, you're going to say it. It's been going on too long. He will never box again. I've been doing this my whole life. I swear to God, I guarantee, I swear to God, last thing I've been boxing, you are over. It's over. Mark my words, it's over.
What's he look like, Richie?
I think he looks very calm and relaxed, talking to his father there, John. Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from him all week, actually. I think he looked good at the weigh-in, he looks in great condition. And, yeah, his father, John, now just taking that robe off.
A robe that bears the name of his newborn daughter, Bambi. Mike Tyson looking on. All of the Fury clan are here. Tyson Fury in the ring, John Fury in the ring. Now we wait for Jake Paul. He's making him wait, Richie.
Yes, he is. This might be a tactic of Jake Paul. Still yet to come from his dressing room. So I think the Fury camp, well, they may have expected this, so he looked pretty relaxed just up in the ring above us. Jake Paul, yeah, he's just keeping everybody waiting.
It's worth making the point as well tonight. It's a Jake Paul promotion in association with Queensberry. The door is finally open and Jake Paul is about to be on his way.
Showtime, baby! Showtime!
Can't believe it, friends. It's just an 8-round contest. This is like World Championship stuff. It really is.
Here we go. All the while, Tommy Fury waits patiently in the ring.
Definitely a tactic there from Jake Paul to keep Fury waiting in the ring.
The problem child is on his way.
Keep rolling them, Tommy.
And now making his entrance to the ring, the problem child, Jake Paul!
Well, Jake Paul is a social media icon and a social media sensation. And tonight he has the chance to prove he's also a genuine boxing man. He says he's good enough to win a world title. Before that, he has to prove he's good enough to beat Tommy Fury. There's the tail of the tape tonight. But it's a night where we don't know a great deal about either of them, Richie, in this kind of situation, if we're being brutally honest.
It's the biggest night of both their lives in terms of a boxing contest. They say the pressure's on Tommy Fury, but believe me, it's on Jake Paul also. It's his promotion, remember, and he's give it the big one in terms of He says that he's going to win this contest and knock out Tommy Fury. So there's pressure on both. It's massive.
And to add to the occasion, the great Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain upstanding at this time with all due respect and courtesy as we honor the two fighters with their respective national anthems. First, for the United Kingdom, God Save the King. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem for the United States of America, the Star-Spangled Banner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia welcomes everyone to the moment we've all been waiting for, the main event of the evening, an 8-round contest in the cruiserweight division. It's a presentation of the Saudi Arabia Ministry of Sport and Skill Challenge and Entertainment Enterprises, sanctioned by the Middle East Professional Boxing Commission, Commissioner Jose Mahon. On the line, the WBC Diriyah Championship belt, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman. The officials for this contest, supervisor at ringside from Ireland, Kevin Noon. From Ireland, the timekeeper, Alexander McKenzie. The 3 judges scoring, from Mexico, Omar Mintun. From the United States, Mike Ross. And from Belgium, Daniel Vanderbilt. And the referee in charge of the action from Panama, Hector Afu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing. This is in the cruiserweight division. You know the belt that's on the line. So, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white and weighing in officially at 184.4 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one. 8 fights, 8 victories, 4 big wins by knockout. From out of Manchester, England, from a family of boxing royalty, he is Tommy and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing dark charcoal and weighing in officially at 183.6 pounds. Like his opponent, a perfect professional record. 6 fights, 6 victories, 4 big wins by knockout, recognized worldwide with tens of millions of media follows. living, training, fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico by way of Cleveland, Ohio, USA. He is the Problem Child, Jake Paul!
Okay, I get the instructions in the dressing rooms. I want clean fight, okay? Touch glove, good luck. All right.
Well, this is a fight that's been 2 years in the making. It's also a fight that's captured the imagination and generated huge interest. Two men who split opinion, a fight that splits opinion. It has to be the most eagerly anticipated 8-rounder that any of us have been involved in. It'll also be one of the most watched fights of the year, and the reach on the various social media platforms puts most world title fights to shame. And the reality is we know very little about the pair of them in the situation that they're now in.
It's going to be interesting this first round. Are they going to go for it in terms of landing that big shot? Will Fury just work behind his jab, keep his distance? He's come out on that front foot. Very interesting indeed. This opening round is going to be crucial.
As if they need introduction, Tommy Fury in the white trunks trimmed with gold, the charcoal grey for Jake Paul. It's only an 18-foot ring, so that means they're going to be close together, and it might lead to the kind of fight where they've got to stand there toe-to-toe.
Bit scrappy early doors. Fury's worked well with his jab to close that gap down. Just got to judge the distance a little bit better. But nothing coming back from Jake Paul on the inside. So, yeah, the referee's just having a word with him. It's a little bit scrappy. They're both a little bit tense, obviously.
Both of them were very, very calm at the weigh-in yesterday. Both have talked a good fight. Both said they're going to win by stoppage. The first good jabs there from Tommy Fury. We know that Jake Paul has the power, and we know that Tommy Fury should be the better boxer. Whether that works out over the course of 8 rounds remains to be seen.
Well, he just give you a little glimpse there of what he's all about, Jake Paul, and what he wants to, the punch that he wants to land. It's that right hand over the top. So what's important here for Tommy Fury is for him to use that jab well. He's got to hit the target, keep his distance, doesn't want to be falling in or missing, and that's giving Jake Paul then the chance to land the right hand over the top.
The crowd are with Tommy Fury, that's for certain. That was the case yesterday at the weigh-in as well, and he's maybe settled the better of the two of them here.
A little bit of inexperience there from Jake Paul, just showed as they broke. The referee said break, and then Fury was quick off the mark just to get a shot on him.
8 3-minute rounds, 185-pound catch weight, so slightly lower than the cruiserweight norm. Judges from Mexico, the United States and Belgium with a Panamanian referee. And the first big moment in this fight is going to be when one of them lands the first serious shot.
Wasn't too far away there from Jake Paul. He just showed us a glimpse again of what he wants to throw, that right hand over the top. He's waiting for that shot. He's waiting for Fury to launch the attack, maybe fall in, miss the target. But this is better boxing from Fury, boxing sensible at range with that jab.
Final 30 seconds of the first round. Neither of them really close enough at this stage to land anything meaningful. Tommy Fury missing with that chopping right hand as Jake Paul was bending over.
That's what he's got to watch out for, though, Fletch, because he's crouching low, Jake Paul, and that's when he'll spring that right hand over. That's better. That's a nice jab there from Tommy Fury.
It's a good left hand as well that got through. The first meaningful shot to the fight landed right at the end of the round from Tommy Fury, and both of them will feel better now the first round's in the bag.
They will indeed, but I think Tommy Fury will feel slightly better.
When you let him go, he's got nothing. You feel good? He's took the best punch off him. Nothing. What you do is slow your job down, let's work the sides. And what you need to do is hands high, step in with a power, step in with a jab. Step in with a jab, it's fine.
The instructions there coming from his father and coach, John Fury, but this was right at the end of the round and probably nicked the round for Fury. There wasn't a lot from Paul Jake Paul in that round, really. It was significant, but here Fury ended the round very well, and for me has nicked the round there.
One thing that is different for Tommy Fury tonight, his dad John is in the corner, and he's the one that's dishing out most of the instruction in there. Alex Matvienko is in there too. The naturally bigger man, you would say, is Jake Paul, but Tommy Fury tonight is half a stone heavier than the night we saw him box against Daniel Bocianski at Wembley last year.
Indeed, Fletch. He looks in good condition though, but Jake Paul is a deceiving. Remember, boxing is all, you can never judge a book by its cover in the sport of boxing. And Jake Paul, we know he's dangerous, especially with that right hand. So both had limited success in that first round, but for me, Fury just did enough to win it.
All kinds of rumours have been doing the rounds today. Someone said they'd unearthed the script of the way that the fight's going to go with the results, etc. I would think that's highly unlikely. That's a cracking jab, though, by Tommy Fury that rocked the head back of Jake Paul and forced the first spray to cascade off the head of the man from Cleveland, Ohio.
So Jake Paul's already realising that he's got to get closer up to Fury. That's why he's walking forward. He's trying to trigger Fury's jab and then try and come back with that right hand over the top in a counter or even a counter attack. Beat him to the punch with the right hand.
Fury started to find that left jab with a little bit more regularity. Decent shot with his back to the ropes as well. The better work at this stage has come from Fury.
I think Jake Paul's corner will have told him that he may have lost that first round. He's come out on that front foot, so that's probably giving Tommy Fury more opportunities to land punches like that one there. So Jake Paul got to keep the hands up if he's coming forward.
The left jab has been a good punch so far for Tommy Fury. BJ Flores is in the corner with Jake Paul tonight. Both of them unbeaten, but this is far and away the biggest test that either of them have ever had in the ring.
So Fletch, the rhythm and the pattern of the contest up to now is probably suiting Fury. Now Jake Paul's starting to come over his front foot, but the hands are low, and Fury's not bad with the long straight shots. You can just tell Jake Paul's looking for the right hand over the top, the big shot.
Fury at this stage happy when he has to lead on the ropes. He feels he's got the repertoire to fight his way off there. He's been up on his toes and moving nicely, and he's made a confident start. There's a good right from Fury as Jake Paul tried to let the overhand right go.
So Fury's got to watch that as he's coming forward. There it was again. Look, that's not too far away from Jake Paul. So Fury just got to be a little bit more cautious with his attacks. And like I say, accuracy with the jab is key as he's going forward.
We're expecting Jake Paul to make around £7 million tonight. Half of it will go to Tommy Fury. There was the talk about the bet, winner takes all and all that kind of thing, but that hasn't been confirmed. As we move to the final 20 seconds of the second round, it's scheduled for 8, this. And it's drawn the kind of interest that only super fights draw. Tommy Fury looking to land that long overhand right again. Every punch he throws gets real encouragement from what is a huge corner team about 5 yards away from us.
There, baby, good. Good win. We got that. Good. Okay.
Left hand or keep both hands up. Keep that left hand up on the right hand, and you're not gonna pick that jab. You're leaning over a little bit. That's why he's touching you. And you still let him circle. Give me okay.
Fairly close round, a closer round than the first round. Did Jake Paul do enough to win it? I'm not so sure. It might have been an even round. He keeps coming forward, but Tommy Fury working well with that jab. That's a good shot. There was the odd right hand over the top from Jake Paul. There's one there. Just skims literally the target, the surface. But again, Fury probably better with the straighter work, the straight punches. There it was there. Just clips Tommy Fury. But Jake Paul getting closer.
Now they come for the third then. The white and gold for Tommy Fury, the charcoal grey for Jake Paul. Fury's looked the more compact of the two of them so far, the more stylish, but we know that Paul's got real power. We've seen that. If he does land the right hand, he can do serious damage with it.
Yeah, he's a dangerous fighter, there's no doubt, Jake Paul. But needs the opponent to stand there and trade with him. I think Fury at long range behind the jab and then bring the right hand into play. That's probably the way to go. When he falls in, then Jake Paul is dangerous, and that's not a bad body shot from Jake Paul.
Well, I think the lead shot before that was maybe the best punch he's landed so far. Certainly seems to be the cleanest. But more success in this round for Paul.
Starting to work better with his jab, isn't he? He's abandoned that up until now.
Managed to sneak the left hook in there as well as Tommy Fury came in.
It's taken the third round for Jake Paul to realise that he's got to start using his jab, and he's had a bit of success.
Hasn't been a great deal of respect in the build-up, but they will be earning respect of each other the longer the fight goes on.
There's that shot again from Jake Paul, but he needs Fury to come forward for that to connect. It's difficult to connect that right hand over the top if Fury's moving away from him. The power's taken off the shot, and it's a hard shot to land. You need the opponent coming forward. That's why he's got to time it when Fury tries to land his jab.
Looking to land big shots, Jake Paul. They're not landing it at the moment, but he's swinging away, isn't he, whenever Tommy Fury comes in.
Well, he's trying to do what he's been saying he's going to do. He's trying to knock out Fury with the heavier shots. But there's no real structure behind it. He's got to use his jab a little bit more. The better boxing is coming from Tommy Fury.
Just caught Fury coming in there, Paul, inside the final minute of the third round. It's easy to scoff at the pair of them, but when you look at the preparation that Jake Paul does, he spars with good people, he takes it extremely seriously, and Tommy Fury, of course, as Michael Buffer said, he's almost on the royal family of boxing at the moment, with Tyson Fury at the top of the heavyweight tree and part of the team here in Saudi Arabia for this one. This has been a better round, though, for Jake Paul.
Yes, it has, and he's landed a couple of nice right hands. Just Tommy Fury just making the odd mistake of falling in, missing the target. We spoke about it earlier, accuracy with the jab. He's missed. Jake Paul's coming back with that right hand over the top.
Tommy Fury with those piercing blue eyes, both of them landing. Well, there's the bell to end the third round. Let's hear from Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul, who's here tonight.
Logan Paul, this is a stage that you've been on before in Saudi Arabia. You're the first Paul to make a huge splash here. What was the last thing that you said to Jake before he came out tonight?
I said, Jake, I love you. I'm not going to give you a big speech. I know you got this, but either come back victorious or come back on your shield. I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. How do you feel like he's doing so far in the fight?
He's doing great. I think the first two rounds were close. He definitely got that last round. Tommy, if you can hear me, you a bitch, bro, and you gassing out. You a bitch. The whole Fury family a bitch. This fight ain't over, boy.
Well, I have to say, Richie, that's the last thing we need between rounds. I mean, the fight needs to stand on its own. We don't need nonsense like that.
This is a one-off promotion, but you don't do things like that. Come on.
How are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it 2-1 for Tommy Fury.
Here they come for the fourth, then. The big question for Jake Paul in this round is, can he build on what we saw from him in the third, or can Tommy Fury get back behind that jab that worked well for him in the opening couple of rounds? It's a good start to the round here from Tommy Fury, who's starting to let his hands go.
Yeah, better work there from Fury. Jake Paul very dangerous, but here Fury has started this round well, so he's probably felt, in his corner felt that that last round wasn't too good for him. But certainly he's come out better in this round, very positive on the front foot. Tommy Fury probably going to use the uppercut occasionally as well on the inside if he can. But that's a nice short right hand from him.
Looking to let the punches go again. Tommy Fury, this has been his best round of the fight.
It's better work from Fury because he's not lunging in either, Fletch. He's landing well, then getting back out to that safety distance, keeping the gap, maintaining it. That's probably come from the corner. That's better from Tommy Fury. It's when he falls in that he's got a chance of then walking onto a punch, but this is better from him.
A lot more reddening around the face of Jake Paul than there is of Tommy Fury. He's got that steely, determined look on his face, the man from Manchester. And that was a nice move to wait for Jake Paul to come in, then turn him around on the ropes and make him pay.
Yeah, and I can see what they're doing, what Fury's doing now on the inside, just holding him, so it just negates the attacks on the inside from Jake Paul, who's obviously not experienced, but will probably be dangerous when they're up close.
Great left hand by Paul. Tommy Fury beckons him in. That was a good shot, though, as Fury was moving away. It's the first real big bit of success that Jake Paul's had, and that's going to give him encouragement.
Yeah, best shot of the round so far, probably the contest for Jake Paul. But again, that might just present Tommy Fury some more opportunities, because Paul is fancying his chances now, the way he's coming forward.
Final few seconds of the fourth. There's the bell. A little bit untidy towards the end of the round.
What you do now, you got him, pushing back now, head forward, bang, bang, stepping.
Lovely attack here from Tommy Fury. This is at the start of the round. It's a fairly even round, isn't it? Because the way Jake Paul came back and had a good spurt towards the end, that would have caught the judge's eye. But Tommy Fury up to that stage was in control and in command of the round. But Jake Paul certainly landed some good shots towards the end.
That might be the cleanest shot that anybody's landed so far. Carl Froch is scoring it, Richie, back in the studio. He's got it 3-1 in favour of Tommy Fury at the moment.
Yeah, not going to disagree with him. Not going to disagree with him.
So they move into the second half of the fight.
It's a contest where you've got to concentrate here, Fletch, because you're in against a puncher. So that's what Tommy Fury's got to do. And that's why he's just staying on the outside. Boxing quite sensible at this stage. You can't be dragged in against Jake Paul. He's dangerous. He'll prefer the contest short to mid range and to drag Fury in. That's what he'll want. He'll want him to hold his feet, miss with the jab, and then he can land that right-hand counter.
It's good work behind the left jab from Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury unbeaten in 8 fights with 4 stoppages. Just the 6 fights for Jake Paul. He's got the 4 stoppages as well. They know the scores now because we've got the open scoring system in this fight as well. So after the 4th round, both corners will be told the way the judges have it. So both of them know where they stand at this stage. Long shot from Paul that found the head of Tommy Fury.
Yes, it was a good shot there from Paul. But again, Fury, I think, caught him with the jab also. But that's his danger shot. There it was there. That's a nice uppercut coming back from Fury. But the danger is there, isn't it, from Jake Paul? That right hand over the top. And he has decent power.
Which you feel, Richie, as the fight starts to slow down, he might be able to land with more regularity.
Oh, he's having a point taken off.
A point taken off from Jake Paul. Well, that's a massive moment in an 8-round fight.
Back of the head. Well, that does change things now. And that might just put a bit more urgency in Jake Paul's work. No, he's got to really go for it.
Landed a decent shot there. They cheered that right at the back of the hall. Tommy Fury's legs are unsteady momentarily, I think.
Yeah, good work there from Paul. He's really looking to plant his feet and land these big shots. He has to try and set that up, though, with the jab. Or he has to try and rely on Tommy Fury missing with the jab, falling in. So he probably needs a little bit more head movement, Jake Paul.
Excellent jab that was speared in by Paul, followed up by Fury. Inside the final minute of the 5th round, there's seen a point deducted. Inside the final 20 seconds, both of them working hard in there. Good shot by Tommy Fury coming in. Worked that superbly and landed sharply with the right hand.
And both feeling the pace a little bit here, Fletch. It's obviously in the build-up, the nerves.
Such an important night for both of them. There's the bell.
He's really up against it now. He's had a point deducted. Let's have a look at here. There's a shot coming in from Fury and then gets caught with a left hook. So that's a better left hook. That was the shot punch you were talking about, whether he was on unsteady legs there. It's a long sort of left hook, if you like. There's Logan Paul, his brother. He was impressed with that one.
Tyson Fury ringside. Big cheer from the crowd for him, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He's loving it, has done all week. He's been front and centre, as he always is, wherever he's been. Three to go.
So I would say Tommy Fury is winning this fight now, Fletch, especially with the point deduction. So Jake Paul is going to have to go for it now. There's only 3 rounds to go, remember. So time is running out for him, and he'll know that, and his corner will know that as well.
The message, I'm sure, from BJ Flores is that Jake Paul needs to start landing more of those powerful shots. It's a good shot by Fury.
Yeah, lovely shot. We spoke about it earlier. Maybe a right uppercut brought in. He did it there. There's a cracking punch there from Fury and working well with his jab. We know that Jake Paul has got a dangerous right hand, but his left hook is not bad either, Fletch. So Fury, with those low hands as he's going forward, he's got to watch what he's doing when he's up close against Jake Paul.
A little bit of damage to the nose of Tommy Fury in this 6th round. It's the first round, really, Richie, where the action's just dipped a little bit. As you say, both of them started to feel it now.
Feeling the pace a little bit. Just thought you had glimpses of that in the last round as well. But it's all about concentrating in a contest like, especially when you're in against a good puncher. But that's better work again from Fury landing.
Paul continues to plough forward, trying to land a shot that can turn the fight in his favour. He's the one in there with the work to do at the moment.
See, they're both shown probably they're inexperienced boxers. Jake Paul in particular, he's given plenty of opportunities to work on the inside, but he's not taking them. There's nothing happening on the inside in at short range, and that's where he probably has a chance to land a few shots, but it's just not happening for him. And things, I think, you just get the feeling are going Tommy Fury's way. He's sort of handling and dictating the pace here, always taking a point off for holding.
Well, that levels everything up now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so a point off for Jake Paul, and now a point off for Tommy Fury. So that just closes the scorecards up if it's a lead for Tommy Fury at this stage. And that gives Jake Paul a lift as well, of course, towards the end of the 6th round.
Well, I think it's a lift that he needed because, again, I don't think he's winning this round, Fletch. I think Fury's doing the better work. It's very scrappy from Jake Paul. And there's not a lot of clean work from him.
No, it's a difficult round to score, this one, isn't it? Could go either way. I mean, there were one or two smart people who suggested 10-1 for the draw. Looked a pretty decent price before the fight started. It's never really that short, the draw, in any contest, but it was only 10-1. Jake Paul just slightly unravelling there as Tommy Fury landed a decent shot, and the bell ends the round.
2 rounds, I'll put it on him. Have a tell him. No fancy. He's gone.
A good end to the round for Tommy Fury. That was Jake Paul's best shot of that round. A nice straight left hand. Always a sensible thing to end the round well. There's that right uppercut we spoke about earlier that Fury should be using, and that was a decent shot indeed. Jake Paul continues to be dangerous though. But there, different angle from that right uppercut, good punch. And Tyson Fury, you like that one?
Tyson with his brother Shane alongside him. And John Fury's just said to Tommy, look, 2 rounds left, he's gone, go and have a tear up. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure whether he needs to do that at this stage. You feel as though he... Well, there's Sean Porter's card, he's got it all square at 56. Two to go. Sean Porter's got it all square. What about you?
I've got Tommy Fury just ahead.
Carl Froch has got it 58-54 in favour of Tommy Fury. So real disparity in terms of the way people have it. Unofficially, of course, 3 judges: Mexico, the United States and Belgium. Might well come down to who can finish this fight the strongest, who can land the better shots in what remains of this 8-rounder. Crowd are really into it.
Good work there again from Fury, just waiting on the outside, waiting for Jake Paul to lunge forward at the start of the contest. Oh, that's better again from Fury.
Nothing really clean though, Richie.
No, but there's nothing clean coming back from Jake Paul either. It's sort of a stalemate when they get on the inside.
It's another close round. Both of them absolutely shattered.
Yeah. Feeling the pace.
You can see what Fury's trying to do. He's trying to back off to allow Jake Paul to come in and then counter when he gets close enough.
He's playing it. This is a better attack again from Fury, so he's staying on the outside, picking his opportunities, mainly boxing at long range. And then when they get close, he just ties Jake Paul up on the inside, so there's not a lot coming back from Paul in that short range section there. So it's better from, overall, it's better from Fury.
Final minute of the 7th round.
But there's always the element of danger against a puncher like Jake Paul.
The big question is, can he get close enough in what remains of the fight to actually land one? Tommy Fury boxing sensibly here in the 7th.
Well, like I say, to land that knockout shot, he's got to try and get Tommy Fury to come over the front foot, but at the moment it's Fury who's boxing better mid and long. And at this stage, because he's getting a little bit more tired as well, Jake Paul, he hasn't got the accuracy with that right hand over the top.
He keeps walking onto that jab whenever he comes in, Jake Paul.
Well, he's done a little cut on the eye of Tommy Fury, left eye, I think in the corner.
Yeah, a bit of damage to the nose, damage to the eye.
The corner will have a little bit of work to do there when he goes back. But that's been a good round for Tommy Fury for me.
Logan Paul looking on. There's the damage to the eye of Tommy Fury.
You've got to keep composure, don't walk into it. Don't keep your hands up nice and tight.
I thought this was a decent round for Tommy Fury. There's a nice jab there. That's this little bit of a head clash, so that might have been where the cut has come from. That's where we think when that happened. There again, look, just accidental clash of heads. And Tommy Fury's got that cut, but there's only one round left. And for me, Tommy Fury's ahead, so will he go for the knockout here, or will it be Jake Paul that will go for it? It's interesting.
This is the main event and final round of the fight. Final round.
So the final round, what's in store? Carl Froch has got a wide lead for Tommy Fury. Jake Paul's just landed a solid shot to start the round. Both of them looking to trade. Jake Paul missing wildly.
This is
good. Down goes Tommy Fury. Down went Tommy Fury. He says it was a slip. The referee's giving a count.
That was a good shot, wasn't it? But he probably caught him as when he's off balance, and he's definitely touched down. So yes, the referee has had to give a count there.
Fury down. Momentum for Paul. Maybe that's going to level up any scorecards that might have been wide. Now Tommy Fury might have to dig deep.
Yeah, he certainly will here. Fletcher right there. Both connected with shots, but there was a little bit more power in that Jake Paul left hand. So that really changes things now.
There have been one or two rounds as well that have been difficult to score. Both of them have had a point taken off. Tommy Fury's now been down.
Will Tommy Fury try and even it up now and go for a knockout himself? And try and put Jake Paul on the canvas.
Fury with damage around the left eye, damage to the nose, catches Paul coming in with the right hand. Just over 90 seconds of the fight to go.
That was a good shot, you know, from Tommy Fury. You've seen the body language of Jake Paul there, the way he went back. He felt that shot, that right hand. Still come back into his shell a little bit. That's all from that right hand, though. That first right hand from Tommy Fury.
Fury with his back to the ropes, but fights off it quite brilliantly. Jake Paul's turn to feel the onslaught. Roared on by the Fury corner.
Both tired, but Tommy Fury's got the momentum there now, so he's turned it around.
The knockdown could make it close. Tommy Fury fighting for his life. Jake Paul hanging on a bit. Minute to go. Both of them have given everything in there. Tommy Fury continues to try and find the shot.
Both are just waiting again, Fletch, to land that big shot. Trying to draw each other in to make the mistake, to land the big one. 30 seconds to go.
Both of them have given absolutely everything in there. Blood all over the face of Tommy Fury. Inside the final 30 seconds. Fury's been down in this round. How's that going to affect the judges' cards if we get that far? Judges from Mexico, the United States and Belgium. The final bell sounds and we will go to the judges' scorecards. Tommy Fury celebrates, but so does Jake Paul, and it's going to be fascinating to see how this has been scored.
Indeed, both are confident, but I personally think that Tommy Fury has got this contest. I think he's done the better work. Bit of respect there from both boxers, but both went to their corners, stood on the ropes, both confident. Jake Paul certainly needed a good last round. He got the knockdown, but overall, I think Tommy Fury has won the fight overall. Will it be a draw? Will we do it again? Who knows? So yeah, it's a good jab. It's a good shot there from Jake Paul. Both sort of connected. Let's have another look at it here. Yes, both connect with shots, but it was Jake Paul's that was the more accurate and nice bit of power in the shot there.
You wonder how significant that punch might be when they tally the scores. Carl Froch, by the way, who's in the studio, has Tommy Fury winning by 3 points.
Yeah.
We saw that Sean Porter's card that came up on the screen was significantly closer at that stage. And I think you've just edged it towards Tommy Fury as well.
I think Fury's got it myself. Overall, I think he's the winner here. that last round has made it closer, yes. But overall, I think Tommy Fury has won the fight.
You can't accuse either of them, Richie, of leaving anything out tonight. They both gave their all in there, and they are novices. Let's not forget that. It's the first time that Jake Paul has fought what you describe as an authentic boxer. Tommy Fury is still very much in the learning stage of his career, and both of them gave everything they got in there tonight.
It was an entertaining contest, wasn't it? No doubt about it. And an enjoyable one. Tyson Fury there getting all excited, and his brother Shane.
It's that kind of time where you look at people's faces and try and get an indication of what the people inside the ring are feeling. Of course, the two boxers are both going to celebrate. They feel the decision's going to go their way. They do seem quite calm in the Fury corner, I must say.
Yeah, they seem quite confident, but the longer it goes on, then you just wonder, don't you?
Michael Buffer is going to be the man to give us the all-important information. I think you'd also make the point that the fact that it's all friendly in there at the end of the contest is important, because none of us were really sure what it would be like at the end of 8 rounds, if that's where it went, what it would be like in terms of the two teams clashing, but everybody seems okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds,
Buffer.
we go to the scorecards. Mike Ross scores the contest 75-74. He has it for Paul. Omar Mintoon scores it 76-73 for Fury. Daniel Vanderbilt scores it 76-73 to the winner by split decision, Tommy TNT Fury.
The biggest win of Tommy Fury's young career. The grudge match is won by Tommy Fury. Jake Paul beaten for the first time. Look at him celebrating. It means so much to Tommy Fury. He was the one under pressure. He was the boxer. He's got the victory, and he's done it by a split decision.
He has indeed. I agree with the scores. He's definitely won the contest, in my opinion. And I think Carl Froch got it spot on as well. Overall, he was the better boxer in there. This fella just couldn't land that big one. There's a lot of respect there between the boxers. Yeah, great fight you're hearing from the Paul corner, but it meant a lot for this fella. It meant a lot for boxing that this guy had won it.
Look at the emotion coming out in there, Richie, in Tommy Fury. I mean, he was on a hiding to nothing in so many ways tonight. He was the boxer. He was the one that was supposed to win, and there's so much relief that's being exhibited there just based on the fact that he has actually won, got in there, got the job done. It means so much to him.
He had the whole of sport, the sport of boxing on his shoulders, didn't he, there? So there was an awful lot of pressure, but he's come through, and he's boxed well. Apart from that last round, then yeah, that was a decent performance there from Tommy Fury. And that last round, yes, it did make it closer in a few people's eyes, but he's won the contest.
What did the 8 rounds that you've just watched tell you about Jake Paul as a boxer?
Listen, I'm quite impressed with Jake Paul, considering he's not really a professional boxer. He's only had a couple of fights. He's been boxing guys who are in their 40s and in their late 30s. He's not bad.
I've got nothing but love and respect for you, brother. Thank you, brother. It was a great build-up, great fight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's tremendous to see and hear the respect between the two of them, because there hasn't been a great deal of that in the build-up. In fact, there's not been a great deal for the past 2 years while it's been in the pipeline.
That's what the sport of boxing's all about, Fletch. And that's great to see, isn't it? Tommy Fury's won the fight, but the respect was there. There was a big build-up to this contest. There was a lot of things said, and it got heated many, many times, but afterwards they shake hands, a lot of respect, and that's the way our sport is.
Well, we're going to get some reaction from both of them, no doubt. Tommy Fury, the winner, Jake Paul, the loser. It's the typical scene in there, though, Richie, have been involved in lots of situations like this. Everybody wants a piece, everybody wants to pat somebody on the back, and everybody wants to celebrate. He's still overcome by emotion in there.
He is. This is how big the contest was for him. So that shows you the pressure that was on the lad.
Let's hear from him then. Tommy Fury, the victor.
Radio Raheem here with Tommy Fury. You have every right to shed these tears of victory, of glory, of joy. You've done something for your family. You've done something for your name. You are more than a contender. You are a warrior. Talk to me about the feelings pumping through your heart at this very moment.
For the past 2.5 years, this is all that's consumed my life. Broke rib, denied access, and everybody thought I was running scared. Tonight, I made my own legacy. I am Tommy Fury. I want to dedicate this fight to my new baby girl, Bambi, at home. My missus, I love you. I can't wait to see you. This fight was for you. This belt is for you, Bambi. I love you.
This was no easy fight. It took everything in you, all your heart, grit, and soul, even to get up off the canvas. How much was inside you when you stood up off the canvas and finished this fight?
All the way through these 2.5 years, I had a dream, I had a vision I would win this fight, and no one believed me. Now I can stand up and everybody can take note. It was my first main event, 23 years old. I had the world on me, I had pressure on my shoulders, and I came through.
I know your goal is to be a world champion, but this belt around your shoulders right now must be awfully sweet.
This, to me, is a world title fight. I trained so hard for this. This was my destiny. This was my fate. I want to thank Saudi Arabia for having me. I love you all. Thank you all for turning out. Guys, we did it! We did it!
Now we know that Jake Paul has a rematch clause. He may want to do this again. If so, will we see you again in this ring for another war of this magnitude?
100%. This is my first main event. I'm only going to go stronger. I'm only going to go bigger, and I'm only going to go better. There's a lot of nerves coming into here. I override that. If he wants a rematch, bring it on.
Thank you for showing up and giving us all you had. Congratulations on an incredible win. Radio Raheem with Tommy Fury.
So Tommy Fury said he would take the rematch, and you could hear how emotional he was during the course of that interview, and he admitted there that all the pressure was on his shoulders, everything was on him, the weight of the world was on his shoulders in there, and there's relief as well as achievement and satisfaction with Tommy Fury. Let's hear from him. He's with Joe Ankia.
Tommy, years of build-up, you finally get to put this feud to rest. How are you feeling after the way it went? A tougher fight than you expected.
Tears of joy, honestly. Jake Paul's a true warrior. He was a better man than I thought he was, but at the end of the day, this is the only thing that's consumed my life for the past 2.5 years. This is for everybody that said I couldn't do it. I had no one in my corner. Everyone thought I was running scared. It's for Bambi, my newborn daughter, my missus at home. I love you so much, and Daddy can't wait to see you. This is for you, my baby.
Talk to me about that round 8 knockdown. Did it surprise you, shock you? What were you feeling at that moment?
I'll be honest, there's no excuses coming from me. That wasn't a knockdown, that was a slip. That was genuinely a slip. I got up, I wasn't hurt. I came right back into it. That was a slip.
He did have a few shots to the body and even a couple of left hooks. Was he tougher than you expected? Do you rate him as a boxer now?
Yeah, 100%. He took some good shots. At the end of the day, he's far better than I thought he was.
Okay, so where does this fight take you? Does he deserve a rematch? It was a close fight.
If he wants a rematch, he can have a rematch. At the end of the day, there was a lot of pressure coming in on this. I dealt with it. I'm 23 years old, and I got the world at my feet.
You do get a WBC ranking out of this, so what do you want next, Tommy? What do you want for the rest of your year?
I want to see my baby girl, I want to see my missus, spend some time at home.
And just finally, your Fury clan all came out. All of this for you, for Jake, headlining. How much have you enjoyed it all?
Oh, I love everybody. Thank you so much for turning out. It's been the best night of my life, and everybody came. My family's here, my friends are here. It's a great night for TNT.
Congratulations, Tommy.
Thank you. God bless.
Joe Ankia, thank you very much indeed. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to get the verdict of Anthony Crolla, Denzel Bentley and Carl Froch. I can't wait to get your verdict. But first, we're going to go straight back and hear from the man who has lost this with Radio Raheem, Jake Paul.
Radio Raheem with Jake Paul. Let me first say that making this fight was one of the most difficult things you had to do. But fighting the way you did, that makes you a fucking true fighter, a true champion in your heart and soul. We saw you give everything tonight. You are a boxer. You are a man. Talk to me about this fight and the way it went tonight.
No, all respect to Tommy. He won, you know, and don't judge me by my wins. Judge me by my losses. I'll come back. I think we deserve that rematch. It was a great fight, a close fight. I don't know if I agree with the judges. I got a 10-8 round twice. So it is what it is, but this is the boxing. And look, I've already won in life, man. I've already won. I've won in every single way. I have an amazing family, amazing friends, amazing work ethic. I've made it farther than I ever thought that I would, and beyond. So this is definitely a humbling experience. I'll take it on the chin, get back in the gym, and we can run it back because I think we put on an amazing show for the fans tonight.
Let's talk a little bit about technical boxing. You got 2 knockdowns. You stuck behind the jab. You were in there for every minute of every round. How much of your training and strategy was successful tonight?
Honestly, I felt flat. I got sick really bad twice in this camp, injured my arm. So it wasn't my best performance, but I lost. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it wasn't my best performance. I felt a little flat. And like I said, we're going to come back and get that W. Don't judge me by my wins. Judge me by my losses. I'm going to come back stronger.
In the great tradition of boxing, what makes a real fighter is someone who not only comes up off the canvas, but comes back after a loss, comes back better, comes back stronger, faces that opponent and defeats that opponent. You have a rematch clause. Are you ready to be a real boxer? Call that rematch out and do this one more time.
100%. Let's run it back. And thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Ministry of Sport, Prince Khalid. Inshallah, I'll come back and get this W. Shukran for having me. All love.
Thank you to the Fury family. Thank you to the Paul family. Thank you, Pamela. Radio Raheem with Jake Paul.